Hi traders, good morning. This is Forex Nelson. I'm back after taking a couple of days off from trading. I'm back trading. Today's date is April the 4th. Remember, tomorrow is non-farm payroll, so the market will be moving a lot tomorrow morning at 8:30, so be careful with that. So today may be a little bit of a slow day. In other words, not a lot of market movements, but you can still trade 10, 20, 30 pips. Get whatever the market will give you. I took a couple of trades based on New Zealand weakness. Both the Euro New Zealand, I bought it, as you can see down at the bottom here, and the New Zealand yen, I sold it, as I said, on New Zealand weakness. Going to be a bit of a slow day, like I said, but that's okay. Grab 10 or 20 pips. I'll be happy with that. As you can see, there is very little news today. The bank holiday on the CNY, and everything is slow, as I said, for tomorrow. Right here, non-farm payroll. So be very careful. It can jump around 100, 200 pips in a short period, so you have to be aware of that. On non-farm payroll, I usually will wait 5 to 20 minutes to see the direction the market is moving. And then, of course, if I see a trade set up according to my PIP trigger rules, I can certainly take the trade, because if it's going to move quite a bit, well, you can certainly grab a few pips. So the market should still move a little bit more in my favor, either up for the Euro New Zealand or down for the New Zealand yen. As it's early in the morning, it's only 8:30. Been in the trade for about an hour now. As I said, it's moving slowly, and it's just a waiting game. So I'll report back shortly when there's a little bit more movement. Still watching both my trades. I wanted to break the top here. This arrow will move over. And on the New Zealand yen, I wanted to break this bottom, and this arrow will move over. It's just the way these indicators work. Very slowly though, as I said, because of tomorrow, the high impact news of non-farm payroll. So again, it's still a waiting game. Might happen any second now. Still waiting patiently for it to break the top here. As I said, it's very slow moving. But again, it's just a waiting game. Have to be patient. There we go. It just broke the top. As you can see, the arrow moved over. Now we're just waiting for the New Zealand yen to do exactly the same thing. Break the bottom, and the arrow will move over. I teach all of these tips in my training videos, exactly how to trade this way. So if your system is not producing like the PIP trigger is, I recommend you get your hands on the PIP trigger. Makes trading very easy, at least for me anyhow. That's because I follow the rules that I teach in the training videos. I'm up over around 2,700 at the moment. All is looking good. Let's see how many pips I'm up. Around 16 on that. And around 10 or 11 on this one, the New Zealand yen. Again, still waiting for it to break the bottom here. Forex Nelson is back, and I decided to close the trade as it's stalling out, and plus I have a dentist appointment I have to leave shortly, and I don't want to leave the trade running. So I closed the trade. I know it can break the bottom, probably will, and keep going. But as I said, 10 or 20 pips, and I'm happy with that. So on this New Zealand yen, I got in at, I was in the trade for about an hour and 15 minutes altogether. I got in at this cursor right here with my 20 pip stop right here, and I closed it out with 8 pips. And the Euro New Zealand, I got a little bit more. Same thing. I got in at this cursor right here, 20 pip stop. Sometimes the stop is a wee bit more, but I try to keep it usually around 20 pips. And I close it out with 13 pips. So I got a grand total of 21 pips approximately, and for almost 2,200, as you can see down at the bottom here. So this will be a very good Thursday, and I'm hoping for a better Friday, especially for non-farm payroll. As I said, I'm expecting the market to move quite a bit, and I just want to take a piece of that movement. But again, I'll only be trading after the news. It could be, 15-20 minutes after the news. I'll just make sure the charts line up and I'm going in the proper direction as I teach in the PIP Trigger training videos. So if your system is not producing as well as my PIP Trigger, I suggest you get your hands on the PIP Trigger. If you want to know some more information, you just have to look right below this video. There's a write-up right here. It's a PIP Trigger full package, which I do charge $250 for, and you will get an exact copy on your platform. It'll look exactly like this, the PIP Trigger. If you need help, I can install it. No problem. It only takes about 10 minutes using TeamViewer. Now the full package comes with over 20 gigabytes, and there are like 360 training videos. Took me about a year and a half to put all these videos together. And there's 20 bonus videos. Now you're basically buying my main PIP Triggers, which is the one you're looking at. It's the one I like the most, and I throw in 11 more versions of it. As I've been building them over the years, I came across some pretty good versions of the PIP Trigger. Works out to only $20 for each one. A system, and there's a lot of training on each and every one of them. They're very similar. Basically, we're just buying at blue and selling on red, and of course you got to follow the rules that are within the PIP Trigger. So for your traders who like to read also, there's a lot of PDF books and Word documents. I try to give a lot for pennies on the dollar. And there are 15 MT4 templates, including 4 meters, along with the 21 custom indicators. And don't forget the $1 Million Trade Plan. This is where you start with $1,000, and that within 10 months you turn that $1,000 into $1 million. So it's perfect for you traders who have small accounts and you want to grow it quickly. I show step-by-step instructions on how to do it. All you need is one trade, and all you need is 10 pips. When you get 10 pips, you can close the trade down, and you're done for the day. And as you can see over here, I got 21 pips, so many days I get 50 to 100 pips. So it would be perfect setup for the $1 Million Trade Plan. PIP Trigger does a wonderful job. So anyhow, if you have any questions about the $1 Million Trade Plan or the PIP Trigger, if you're interested in the PIP Trigger, all you got to do is get in touch with me. My cell is down here at the bottom left side, or you can send me an email if you live too far. And if you want a free session, all you got to do is Skype me. It's Forex_Nelson. And whenever you've got 30 to 45 minutes, I have no problem giving you a free session, show you more on the PIP Trigger, and answer your questions. As I said, it's a free session and there's no obligation. You don't have to buy anything. So anyhow, that just about wraps up this video, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trade, Good luck with your trading.